In Peru this week, they've decided to classify trans, non-binary people as well as intersex people as mentally ill. They have said they've done this in order to ensure that those who identify as all of the above get the mental health assistance that they need. And they noted the inordinate, or shall I say, unbalanced proportion of their mental health budget was being utilised by people who identify as trans, non-binary and intersex. So when you use that argument, it actually seems common-sensical.
Yeah, well, they've said they've not done this to demonise transgendered people. They've not done it to hurt transgendered people. They say our intent is to help to make sure that mental health services are fully covered by insurance. Now, activists, of course, aren't happy about this. They say that this is conversion therapy. But again, the Peruvian government have assured the transgender community we're not going to force anyone to detransition, but we just want to make sure that mental health services are available. And it's acknowledged worldwide that transgendered people do have more mental health issues than the general population. The argument is over why that is, but the Peruvian government have made this decision as a way of helping. Obviously, there's been pushback.
Gender dysphoria itself is a medical condition, right? So surely there ought to be a medical response to it. And when you look at the number of people who are now deciding years after they transitioned, whether that be medically through chemicals and hormone treatment, etc., or even surgically in terms of trying to change their genitals, the number of people who are now saying that they regret the changes they made, it would seem an entirely humane thing to do to say that in the first instance there ought to be a mental health intervention here. Now, I have no doubt that there are people who seriously suffer with gender dysphoria, and I feel really sad and sorry for them, and they have to work through that, and that can't be an easy thing to deal with. That itself creates its own mental health issues. But the number of people who are increasingly coming out as having been a confused child and then in adulthood thoroughly regretting what they had done when they were a child and the road they were led down in order to be able to do that as a child, surely we should be saying, there are mental health issues here. You should be talking to a doctor, not about the easiest way to change your gender, but about the way you are feeling and what you are experiencing and why you are confused. Because clearly, in many of these cases, there are underlying issues there. It's not just about, I think I was born in the wrong body. There's a lot more to it than that. The science and the medicine is starting to acknowledge that. A lot of the gender health clinics overseas, including Tavistock in the UK, and there's even reviews going on in our country now into this stuff about gender transition with children in particular. It is changing. Why would we not take a mental health angle on all of this?